On the news tonight, Nigerians custom intercept arms, military wears at Lagos airport. As Lagos resident continues to recount traumatic experience following 10 hours rainfall. Plus, more in the world of entertainment. Hello and welcome to NT Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. I am Oluwabukola Akande. The news. President Tinubu has inaugurated the Presidential Economic Coordination Council as another strategy to revitalize the country's economy. Our State House correspondent, Musbao Dan Wahab, is standing by to give us an update of the just concluded inauguration. The report.
Thank you very much. This is another moment indicating the interest of the President Bola Tinubu, to again improve the economy of the country. Yes, the economy is gradually improving with some indices to show for it, but Nigerians and indeed the government have agreed that the economy is not where it's supposed to be yet, going by the stature and status of the country, that this is supposed to be the biggest economy on the continent. And so the President has brought on this council recognizing the impact of the private sector to make contribution towards revitalizing the economy and making it greater and greater. And that was what has led to this committee targeting improved economy, creating job opportunities and other economic opportunities for Nigeria to get better.
The President has just inaugurated the Presidential Economic Coordination Council, and that is a body that is made up of the President's Economic Management Team, the legislature represented by the leaders of the National Assembly, the Senate President, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, as well as, very importantly, the subnationals represented by the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, and of course, the elite of the private sector. This plan is a means of trying to stabilize the economy and get business growing again. We know what has happened since the macroeconomic measures which were necessary and which have been implemented in a determined and consistent manner. They led to elevated costs both for industry and for individuals.
We'll start meeting immediately, and I can assure you, you'll see a lot of changes coming. I know that everybody is in a hurry, but we have what it takes to turn around this economy. Things are not going to be bad. We are now just we've gone to the bottom, but we're going to rise up and make sure that we make every single Nigerian proud to be a Nigerian.
And so, like Aliko Dangote said, there's going to be some recommendations from the private sector on how to quickly get the economy back on the right path to ensure that Nigerians and indeed the country get better for it.
Is yet to return to normal in areas affected by the 10 hours rain that submerged various parts of Lagos, with the traumatic experience of the downpour still lingering. Oluwabukola reports that some houses have been completely deserted due to incessant flooding. The report.
Lagos is one of the epicenters of flooding during the rainy season and has had a fair share of this year's downpour, with recent rain which lasted for almost half a day, leaving sad tales across the island and the mainland. Rain is supposed to be a blessing, but for those living in flood-prone areas like Mojisola, who had sleepless nights as she is still scooping water out of her room, the situation is a sharp contrast.
So we have to wait till 6 o'clock before we start packing it out. And it's because of the canal. Our canal is very blocked. So I'm just coming back now to go and clear the canal now so that the water can flow very well.
Residents of flood-prone areas in Oworonshoki are now abandoning their buildings for aquatic reptiles, toads, and weeds.
Let government come and join hand, come and help us. Even if to achieve something like gutter for us, that one is even better.
Like the saying, the rich also cry. Residents of Lekki and other eyebrow areas are also at the receiving end of the impact of the flood.
With the rains now in top gear, flood seems to have become a permanent enemy that has become a thorn in the flesh for residents of flood-prone areas in Lagos. Amidst the predation of more consistent downpour by NIMET, residents of flood-prone areas are now living in palpable fear and anxiety, hoping the rains will go away as soon as possible.
For vulnerable areas like Agungi, this has become a reoccurring decimal, a situation they have been grappling with for years.
Customers yesterday, nothing, because the road is of floods. So no customers, so everywhere flood yesterday. So even some houses, the rain occupied the compound.
Although the Lagos State government promised to desilt drainage systems, particularly in Lekki and environs, residents want a permanent solution to end their wounds. In Lagos, Joel Mukbola, NTA News.
Also, most parts of the country are experiencing frequent rainfall as predicted by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency. But cases of flood as a result of environmental abuses and neglect of expert advice on mitigation has continued to be a major challenge. In this report, Musa Baba Aliyu takes a look at weather and the rain predictions for this year.
The clouds are getting thicker and darker, covering the sky's surface. As the clouds get heavy, they pour in on the earth. Naturally, the earth is expected to immediately absorb the rainwater. However, in most parts of the country, rains are becoming more intense, pouring more water than the earth can absorb immediately, leading to flooding. This was the situation in Lagos State on Wednesday morning due to the downpour. A similar incident were recorded in the FCT, Yobe, and Jigawa states, where major roads and estates were submerged.
It came up here, and this one here could not enter in. You know that kind of interjections. So it builds up back to the gates.
I couldn't go to my house because of the flood. Rain was everywhere. I was scared of passing, so I have to go. So I'm coming back right now. I have to go somewhere to stay for the flood to reduce.
Other than these very properties that are just around this gate, those are the ones that were affected. No life was lost. The director of a NEMA was here, and she also confirmed to that effect. No life was lost.
NIMET, the weather watchdog agency, has once again put the country on alert. It predicted increased rainfall intensity in the coming days. The rainfall is expected to increase both in frequency and intensity. Night and early morning rains are said to be a good weather for two. However, reverse could be the case if they are living in a flood-prone areas. For them to enjoy the weather, they are advised to take proper care of their drainage and maintain it. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
The Nigerian Customs Service has intercepted 55 of unassembled Tomahawk semi-automatic shotguns as a cargo wing of the Murtala Muhammed Airport in Lagos. The Controller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, while briefing the media, said, though analysis of recent arms seizures shows some unscrupulous elements in Turkey are using the country for transit and designation of weapons, the service is always on red alert to intercept the illicit importation. Michael Olaleye report.
Economic prosperity.
Yet another seizure of arms, less than 5 days after a larger consignment was intercepted in Port Harcourt. This time, the customs said a pre-arrival tip-off from local and international collaborators necessitated manning of all the exit points, leading to the discovery of an item suspected to be part of a rifle from a console consignment. At the conclusion of 100% physical examination, it was established by the customs that 4 packages of shower faucets were used to conceal 55 pieces of unassembled Tomahawk semi-automatic shotguns.
Analysis of this and similar recent seizures indicate that some unscrupulous Nigerians based in Turkey and some other parts of Europe are purchasing and packaging these illicit arms into Nigeria. Our intelligence further revealed that they are exploring new frontiers to perpetrate their nefarious activities.
While the suspect arrested is assisting the customs with investigation to uncover the perpetrators of this crime, the Murtala Muhammed Airport Command also intercepted military hardwares worth 1.3 billion naira, which were imported without end-user certificates. The entire seizure were handed over to the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons.
All people that want to bring this country down, they will take a note and rethink back and work together to make this country a great one.
While the customs is using the seizure to send note of warning to those still considering such illicit importation, it is stressing commitments to fostering national security. In Lagos, Michael Olaleye, NT News.
And we'll be going on the break after the short timeout. The news continues. Please stay tuned.
You're looking for a spacious, serene, beautiful and comfortable environment for your event? Then NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises is the place with about 3,065 capacity. NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises provides a well-secured land and car parking lot for your wedding reception, birthday party, church and school end of the year event. Our conference hall is convenient for company annual general meetings, lectures, seminars or workshops. With just 150,000 naira only, you can use our entire space and also have your event covered and aired on our social diary program, Mary Lane. For more inquiries, please contact our marketing department, NTA Lagos Channel 10, Tejo Show, or call our telephone number, Chibuzo 0812 324 5519, Gmo 0803 830-1669. NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises, affordable just for you.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. And now we proceed with the bulletin. ECOWAS member states are set to conclude their submissions to their principles ahead of the 65th Ordinary Section of the Authority of Heads of State and Government Summit, and are expected to take necessary actions on political and economic development in the West African sub-region and the Sahel. Several issues were raised at the opening of the ministerial regional meeting convened in Abuja. Gabar Mutala report.
It is an engaging and constructive dialogue at the 92nd Ordinary Session of the ECOWAS Council of Ministers meeting held here in Abuja, which equally had in attendance the Chief Justice of Nigeria, who is the chairman of the ECOWAS Judicial Council. Ministers of the ECOWAS member states are now expected to conclude their reports on the successes recorded so far on the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area, the progress made in enhancing regional security and establishing needed funds for the ECOWAS standby force. Notably, reports will be presented to the ECOWAS Authority on social intervention programs for citizens of member states, according to the chairman of the Council of Ministers.
We will consider presentations on the memorandum relating to the recommendations of the ECOWAS Judicial Council, a memorandum on the state of implementation of the ECOWAS trade liberalization scheme, as well as the outcome of the 28th Yaba Ministerial Committee meeting, amongst others.
President of ECOWAS Commission expressed appreciation to Nigeria for the successful hosting of other member states, while stressing on the financial status of the institution, and urged member states to remain dedicated in pursuing ECOWAS' mandate of achieving peace, unity, and economic prosperity.
The developmental goal of our integration is increasingly being questioned With the current dire crisis of food insecurity, inflation, violent extremism, and terrorism, forced displacement, youth bulge, and unemployment, to name just a few. It is becoming increasingly evident that we need to further pool our resources and pursue collective self-reliance for the benefit of our populations.
The regional bloc also received a positive feedback from the Republic of Guinea to rescind its decision to exit the community and return to democratic rule, while no framework or response on the return of Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso. However, a special session will be organized to address other salient issues that affects the ECOWAS community. In Abuja, Garb Muhammad Natala, NTA News.
And now we move to the foreign news tonight. Heavy rain wreaked havoc in Himachal Pradesh, India, as a result of 115 roads closed. Mary F. Young has the details.
Heavy rains lashed several parts of Himachal Pradesh in India, leading to the closure of 115 roads for traffic. According to the State Emergency Operations Center, the roads include 107 in Mandi, 4 in Chamba, 3 in Solan, and 1 in Kangra districts, closed for vehicular traffic following rains, and 212 transformers were out of order in the state. More so, several trees were uprooted in state capital Shimla that has received 84 millimeters of rainfall since Wednesday evening, and debris from drains was littered on the roads. In progression, Israel's attacks in Gaza have killed a total of 37,952 civilians, mostly children, and wounded an additional 87,266 people since the war broke out. Hamas' October 7, 2023 attack on Israel killed at least 1,139 people, mostly civilians, and seized 251 captives. More than 100 abductees are still in Gaza, with dozens believed dead. And that's it on Foreign News. I am Mary F. Young.
And now we move to the entertainment news tonight. Mola Oluwabukola is standing by to give us an update.
Wizkid remembers his late mother, Jane Dolapo Balogun. On her pompous birthday, he expressed his heartfelt emotion, saying, "I miss you every day and life is empty without you." His mother passed away on August 18, 2023 in London. Wizkid announced a new album, Morayo, in her honor, with a release date yet to be disclosed. Moving forward, Big Brother Nigeria winner Fina unusually has expressed her excitement about collaborating with her idol, Nollywood actress Mercy Johnson, on a film set. Fina shared a movie clip on her Instagram page and captioned it, "Hey guys, I finally did a film with my idol at Mercy Johnson Okoje. I had fun doing this one. Sit tight for Purity Nightmare." Mercy Johnson responded, gushing about her love for Fina. That's it on entertainment news. I am Oluwabukola.
And to wrap up for the English segment of the news tonight is Sport Update. Super Eagles to face Benin, Libya, Rwanda in AFCON 2025 qualifiers. These are more on Sport Update with Bright Ebucho.
Nigerian Super Eagles have been placed in Group D for the upcoming Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers that will be hosted by Morocco next year. The Confederation of African Football conducted the draw, positioning the Super Eagles in Pot 1. In Group D, Nigeria will compete against Benin, Libya and Rwanda. The top 2 teams from each group will progress to the AFCON finals, slated for December 2025.
With the recent results of the Super Eagles, it's understandable why Nigerians will be worried that we have Libya, Benin and Rwanda as our opponents. The Nigerian team has not proven that it can handle these small countries. And as it has been said recently, there are no longer small countries in football. So nobody knows. But any which way it goes, the belief is that Nigeria should be able to squeeze out a position, either first or second place in this group.
Finidi George has praised the management of Rivers United FC for giving him a job shortly after resigning as head coach of the Super Eagles. In his first statement as the manager of Rivers United, Finidi George expressed his desire to lead the team to success in continental competitions in the upcoming season.
I left this place a footballer and I'm glad as coach until this time that I'm here. So It's always nice, always fun to be in Rivers State. But for me, coming to Rivers United at this point in time is to get the job done.
Meanwhile, in a highly anticipated match, Spain and Germany, both favourites in Europe, will compete in the quarter-finals of the European Championship. The winner of this match will face either Portugal or France in the semi-finals, while Cristiano Ronaldo and Kylian Mbappe will also face off in an exciting quarter-final encounter between Portugal and France. And finally in tennis, Coco Gauff, ranked second, easily defeated Anca Todoni from Romania in the second round of Wimbledon. Gauff took advantage of multiple breakpoint opportunities and had a strong first serve, allowing her to advance to the third round in just 66 minutes. With Sports Update, Bright Ebochio, NTA News.
That concludes the English segment of the news tonight, as Jesuto Moses is standing by for the translation of the news in Ogo. Once again, thanks for joining us. I am Oluwabukola Akande. A very good evening to you.